And welcome, fans, to the second of two boys games here on the third night of the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic. Dave Tingley here with Tia Bailey, and we are about to start the Sussex High Sonics and the Harrison Trimble Trojans, and the tip goes to the Harrison Trimble Trojans to start off. And just like our first game, Tia, this game, winner goes to the crossovers and loser goes to the remedial games on Saturday, and they don't want that. And both of these teams played real hard the other night. We anticipate a real hard-nosed, well-played game here.
Absolutely. I expect both of these teams to really show up right now and with a lot of effort, a lot of attitude, because knowing what's on the line. Yep. Nobody wants to play those early games.
No, they do not. And Trimble probably, again, probably thinking they don't have quite the talent level that Sussex High does, but they didn't care the other night.
Nope.
And their effort level was top-notch, and they stayed in the game all game.
Yeah, no, Harrison Trimble, I think, made it clear that regardless of their youth, you're going to have to come in and beat them. They're not going to just disappear here.
Oh, and a nice rebound inside there, and the finish from one of the Walker brothers, and that was Aaron. And both of the Walkers, you're going to hear their name a lot tonight.
Yep. And then there's that, right? Like you're not going to you're going to have trouble with the Walker brothers.
And Muscroft, that time up ahead to Aaron, and he's going to go to the line for two shots. So players to watch here, I think, for Harrison Trimble. Dustin Berry had a great game the other night in the loss in their first outing, but they I think we'll be looking for some leadership from some other guys too. John Van Wart, the grade 12, his backcourt mate Austin Treitz as well. So there's some guys that are going to have to step up and play better if they're going to take down the Sussex High Sonics, who have a few B&B guys on their team and some loaded with offensive talent, starting with Matthias Muscroft,
right,
who we enjoyed in the first game, and his father said, yeah, he played pretty well. Not his best game,
right?
You know.
And we talked a lot about like Sussex discipline and
Yes.
the way that they play.
Van Wart driving, puts up a shot and comes up short, and well muscled there by Brody Black, another key player for Sussex. Kind of a do-it-all type for them. Muscroft back to Walker, swings it over to Connor Humphrey, and back to Walker number 2. That's Aaron. He's going to drive, puts the ball on the floor. Really well defended there by Avery Hopper, and rebounded, and here comes Barry up to his mate Treitz. And it's turned over, and back comes Brody Black, and he gives it up, but too late to Humphrey, and hustling back was Dustin Berry to interrupt that.
That's going to be the recipe for Harrison Trimble tonight. Is going to be their effort level and the hustle. You know, stuff like that is going to be what makes the difference for them tonight.
And early sub in is first year player, grade 10, Lucas Crossman, who had some real good highlights in his first outing as well. And question here on who the foul was on, and Van Wart's going to have to go to the sidelines. Looks like he got banged up. Into the game is Nigel Miller, who hit a couple long threes the other night. And a well-executed play out of the baseline, and Matthias Muscroft with 2. And there's so much. What's the list of things that impresses you about Matthias Muscroft?
Oh, I mean, pick something, right? Like,
he really does have everything in the toolbox offensively. And Humphrey rips it away from Treitz. Not easy to do. This is going to be a fun one. These two diminutive guys run the point guard role for both these teams. They're both going to play hard. And look at that finish from Walker number 2. That's George.
Similar to the game we just watched, the big run to start the game.
Yep.
Those are hard to come back from.
These are commonplace in this year's tournament. Big runs to start from one team. And George Walker again on the lay-in. And it's going to be an early timeout for Harrison Trimble.
Coach Johnston going to take a timeout.
Yep, and he wants his guys to run off the floor. He's trying to light a little bit of fire under them. He sees them, body language. It happened with Riverview High, didn't it, in the first game?
Right.
Tough start, body language drooped, and it got worse from there until it got better, but it was too late by the time it got better in the third quarter.
Absolutely.
So I think Ryan Johnson's message here, Coach Johnson, is keep your heads in it.
Yep.
For one.
Yeah. Start now. Start fixing it now.
Yep. Because it's not too late now. You let this go much further, though, and it's going to be too late. So, viewers, we'll mention this a few times tonight. We want everybody to know about our silver sponsor, Jacinthe Leblanc Sports Photography. She's just doing the photography with her partner, Mathis Chasson, for all the games at both the men's and ladies, and they're posting the videos online for viewing and purchase. You can go to either the men's or ladies' websites. Just Google DNA Swag Hoop Classic. You'll find it real easy. Both sites will lead you there. And locate the sponsors listing where you can click on the Jacinthe Leblanc Sports Photography logo and be directed to the game photos along with instructions on how to purchase. Photos are $20 each for all photos taken of one player. Photos are $20 each, or all photos taken of one player for the entire tournament, $40. Believe me, knowing Jacinthe, it's going to be worth the money. If game photos haven't been posted, be patient, check back later, as they're always uploading. So
at that price, I'm going to ask her if she can snap a couple of me while we're here.
That'll lack some pretty, but
I'll do up my Christmas card right now.
And was that stepped on the sideline? Yeah, Barry stole it back for Trimble, but stepped on the sideline. But that's one of those errors of commission that we like to talk about. That max effort was still shown, so Walker swings the ball to Humphrey. Back to Walker. Over to Muscroft. That looks familiar. That looks awful wheelish to me. Yeah. Humphrey from the corner for three, yeah. And he banks it in.
A bank three out of the corner.
And he called it, I bet.
I feel like to bank a three out of the corner, you actually have to try to.
I'm not so sure, but I know Coach Johnson's shoulders drooped on that one, and that was tipped, so it's not over and back. And Coach Musgrove disagrees, and I think he's right. And then he gets a foul call right at the end that he doesn't like either. And the referee, and they've made a correction pretty late. I don't know if that's, and I'm with Coach Ryan Johnson on this one. I don't think that you can go back and correct that.
There's been a whole nother possession and a foul called on this end.
You can't correct that much later. Yeah, and I think they're going to talk about it again. I think the correct thing is to say, look, we made a mistake on the backcourt. We didn't get it, but we can't correct it now. That's going to be 2 free throws for Trimble. I think that's the only correct call.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's the one they come to. And we'll see. But I don't know that's what they're doing, though. It's not. It's going to be Sussex ball, so kind of compounded their error, I think. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
That's what we call doubling down.
It is.
They're going to see it through.
And Walker to Walker. Key in to start this possession for Sussex. And there's Matthias Muscroft. Over to Aaron Walker. Into Connor Humphrey. Drives baseline, met by a wall of defenders there. They're going to have to force it up at the buzzer. And a miss. And Muscroft crashes the boards, but it's going to go to Harrison Trimble.
I have a feeling that Trimble's going to get a few calls for the next minute or so. Just
the 50-50 calls are going to go to Trimble for a bit, you think?
I'm not a genius, but I'm sure of a couple of things.
And a nice dive baseline there inside. To no avail. It's another shot comes up short for Harrison Trimble. Another miss inside. This one from Lucas Grossman. And Walker back up to Brody Black.
Coach Musgrove calling for some movement from his guys.
Yes, he is.
Trimble just trying to find a way to. Trimble just trying to find a way to not dig this hole any deeper, right?
Yep, absolutely. 12-0 still. Into the corner, and it's Dustin Berry driving baseline. There's going to be a foul call. And sorry, fans, I wanted to call that beautiful lay-in by Mr. Barry. And he's going to the line for 2, just correcting a little tech problem here for us. Oh, and getting some heckles from the gallery over here. Are we up here? It's a tough life we're living up here, Taya.
The gym's way too quiet for us to drown him out, too.
Connor Humphrey from the top for 3, and he misses. Rebounded by Walker. Back up to Matthias Muscroft. Misses, and Walker again out to his brother. Drives baseline. Connor Humphrey. Walker on the bounce. Not there for Brody. Over to Matthias Muscroft. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Cut off there nicely. Walker on the spin. Brody Black. Almost turned it over. Now he does. Good defensive possession there by Trimble, and they're stringing together a few things at both ends of the floor here now. Taya looking a little bit better.
Scrappy and aggressive, like we talked about earlier. That's going to be the recipe for Trimble today.
Took them a while to get into it, but they're here. They've shown up. And Trites, the floor, splits the defense up top and gets a foul call.
One or two more calls will be even. Back to normal.
Are you keeping count in your head?
I've been tracking along.
You've been
yeah.
tracking? All
yeah.
right. You let us know when it gets back to even. All right. And another turnover there by Trimble. Back to and the Walker brothers team up to Connor Humphrey. Walker. And that's a name you mentioned that you thought needed to get going for Sussex, and there he is driving the baseline.
And you can see he's making the decision to get going. You know, that's one of the things. Like, we know he can shoot the ball, but one of the things coaches will say, like, you know, if your jumper's not going right away, get downhill.
And that's a
You
grade
know,
11.
Go to the free throw line, see the ball go through.
Yeah, that's a grade 11 player, Ben Hookey, and he is a basketball New Brunswick guy, and didn't have his best game the other night. And a missed lay-in there for the Walker brothers. And almost a turnover there, but recovered by Austin Trites. Oh. And we're just getting our numbers already here, guys. We always have a minor hiccup at the start of every game. We iron out in a nice look inside, but not finished inside by John Van Warda. Nice pass by Moyo in there. Iamfuya.
Just threw that one a little too far ahead.
A little too far ahead, and grade 10 Lucas Crossman up to his backcourt mate Barry into the corner, and that's going to be turned over. Nope, pardon me. It's going to stay with Harrison Trimble Trojans. So 13-3, 3:46 remaining first quarter. And it's been a day of slow starts by one of the teams in all these
Every
games.
game, yeah.
And going back to yesterday, and really it's been some teams been playing catch up every game almost at this tournament. And shout out to my old Riverview High School teammate Trevor Fisher, and I suspect his wife Suzanne Peachy Fisher that I went to Mount Allison with. And Trevor was our manager there at the men's team at Mount A, and Peach played for the women's team at the same time, watching from all the way out in Alberta, watching their alma mater, or at least Trevor's alma mater. So nice to hear from you, Trevor, even though Riverview didn't put up much of a fight in either game, unfortunately, tonight, at least on the scoreboard. So Lucas Tower now sneaks inside for Harrison Trimble, and he lays it in. 13-7 now as Trimble starts to get a little feel for the game. But Walker, look at that finish on the stretch from Aaron Walker. That was pretty.
Great possession, great togetherness. Like I said earlier, like you're seeing how these guys, you know, they play together, they like playing together, and it shows when they're out there.
And it's nice when a team is cohesive and can run like that out of a make or a miss.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them more dangerous.
Yeah.
And you can't rest if you're a Harrison Trimble Trojan, if the ball goes through the hoop.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a hard decision.
It wasn't.
Like Connor Humphrey actually knew Walker was going to be. He knew.
He knew
okay,
it.
I know where he's going to be.
I played with this guy enough to know exactly where
And
he's
he
going.
just put the ball there, right?
And Coach Musgrove says he's been with this group of players since they were in grade 4.
Right.
And come up, that's the advantage, he said, of being in a small town like he is. He can coach his son and follow that team all the way up through. And that they stay together as a team, both, and the coaching staff as well. Unselfish pass there from Aaron Walker, to Musgrove, but it just leaked off the rim. Tower back the other way for Trimble. Dribbles his way into trouble and let off the hook more than once. And up top, Crossman misses. Nice rebound in there by Van Wart. Puts it up, misses again. Opportunities go awry there for Harrison Trimble. And here come the Sussex Sonics. And the other Walker brother there, George up top. Finds it in the corner to Ben Hookey. Nice pass and laid in by George Walker. Love how these guys can go to both hands and finish as well. Pretty stuff from the Sonics out of their wheel. Driving baseline is Dustin Berry. Nice kick out. And another nice pass to Lucas Crossman, who collects.
Great shot.
For 3.
You know, I'm just thinking to myself, I think I'd really enjoy watching a game of one-on-one in the old Walker driveway.
Oh, seriously?
Could you imagine?
I'm wondering if that's not where the ACL tear come from George that he's recovered from last year. I bet you that's not the worst injury the Walker brothers have
given to each other.
Yes. And we say that out of admiration.
Yeah. Like, very, very, like, just very impressed with, like, both of them.
Yeah,
and the
skilled
effort and the
and
level.
tough.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, has Sussex ever produced a skilled and tough player before? I don't know.
I see you're about to put me in a position where I don't want to back you up, so you go ahead and have fun.
That was pure sarcasm.
You go ahead and have some fun
pure
with
sarcasm. I've I've had my run-ins with Sussex in my career, coaching and playing, but
I'm sure there's a Mr. Jeffrey watching this thing, and I don't want
he's
that.
He's gonna make a comment.
Yeah, I don't want that kind of trouble.
He's gonna make a comment. He already has, actually. He doesn't know how to spell your name. He doesn't know how to spell your name.
And I'd like to keep it that way.
I don't want him to know anything about me.
He's already got too much information.
I don't want him to know anything about me. Spence, we know you're watching. We both love and hate you, but you know why.
Appreciate you, buddy.
So anybody that's a fan of Sussex basketball knows the name of Spencer Jeffrey, and his sister, for that matter. A good player in her own right, and frankly, a better person. Let's be honest.
The stuff he's trying to drag me into tonight, folks.
Oh, wait, there's a basketball game going on.
Yes.
So good stuff from the Trojans here, back within 6. Definitely more promising after the 12-0 start. Little 12-6 run to get back in it. There comes that wheel. Walker. Nice belly-up defense there by the Trojans.
I'd say now we're even on the calls. We're good now.
Yeah, I think
we can get back to it.
I think we're good. Crossman on a drive. Good drive with the right hand. Just couldn't finish. And it's going to stay with Trimble and Coach Musgrove saying to Ben Hookey, let's grab that and go, man. What are you letting that go out of bounds? Don't leave it to the refs.
5.9 seconds remaining in the first, and it'd be interesting to see what Harrison Trimble runs here.
Well, we tried to get Crossman open. There's the second option. Oh, and a nice pass at the buzzer. Well done from Avery Hopper to Lucas Tower, and takes us into the break. 18-14 Trimble, and they got the momentum here going into the first quarter break. So again, just a carbon copy of their first game. You got to step on their throat.
Absolutely.
You can't let them up off the mat. The Harrison Trimble Trojans, they play too hard. And good on them. So 18-14, and I think the story there was, look, Coach Johnson said, Ryan Johnson said to me before the game, he's like, Musgrove, he's good, right? Yes, he's good. Okay. So what do you think I should do to stop him? I'm like, look, I don't know, play 9 guys, but whatever he's come up with is working, because Musgrove's had a quiet first quarter, But like his dad says, one of his admirable attributes, and we said this the other night too, he lets the game come to him.
Yeah.
Can't speed him up. He's not excited. He's not discouraged. He's got that same look on his face. Muscroft, I think you're going to see a big quarter from him at some point. But Trimble, I mean, doing a really good job scoring that ball after a 12-0 start by the Sussex High Sonics.
Very, very well played.
And fans, as our sponsors flash up on your screen, make sure you recognize them and support them. Mark Beverly, RBC Dominion Securities Wealth Management, thanks to him. There's our gold sponsors, everything from Moncton Minor Basketball, Advocate Printing, Little Caesars Fresh Start Digital, Advanced Health and Physio. The health and physio people, we got to give them a special shout out.
They've been phenomenal all week.
100%. These kids are playing hard and taking bumps and bruises, and Advanced Physio on the guys' side is our sponsor here on the guys' side, and they do a terrific job. So thanks to all the sponsors at all the levels. Every dollar helps this year, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Sussex to key it in after the break. Keaton DeVoe bringing the ball in for Sussex. Connor Humphrey over to DeVoe. And here comes the wheel. What makes the wheel hard to defend? I mean, there's a reason they've run it going on a century in Sussex. Since the dawn of basketball, the wheel has been run in the town of Sussex. Lucas Crossman off to Van Wart. Looking for cutters, nobody there. There's a backdoor cutter and just out of reach. Good idea, the right idea from Van Wart.
Great decision, just a little too much.
Yep, Lucas Tower, nice cut there. Just didn't execute it. So yeah, what makes the wheel tough to stop? The way that the Sussex High Sonics always run it.
Well, if you run it together and you know each other, like it's people are going to be in the right spots, and the ball keeps moving, and it creates shots.
And that had very little chance of getting there, but Hookie almost turns it back over. Able to collect is Muscroft. Up to DeVoe, back to Muscroft. Driving is Hookie, but he's cut off. Lots of contact, no call. Stays here with the Sonics. And Aaron Walker will take it out of bounds. 9 seconds on the clock, and Van Wart again took a shot and is going to have to come out. He's got a bad wheel, a bad knee by the looks of things. Rubbing that knee. He's got braces on, so back on the floor comes Dustin Barry. And a well-executed out-of-bounds play, and there's Muscroft.
You're going to get execution from these guys.
You are. You got to communicate, especially on plays like that. They're going to run some misdirection. And Trites loses it out of bounds. Goes back to Sussex. 2014, 8:40 left on the clock in the second quarter here. And fans, if you're from Sussex, or if you're from anywhere, listen to this game, and you're on Twitter, I'm at Hoops Tingley, and
at 180,
at
ONE 8TEA.
For my broadcast partner, hit us up, say hi, or go on the YouTube page and comment there. We want to know who's watching. We want to know where you're from. We want to know what we're doing wrong, which is, it's a long list, but have mercy on us. Tower with a shot block from Walker. Aaron Walker, well defended. And a kick ahead there to Connor Humphrey. Makes a smart decision, but look at that. Reverse and attack and reverse. Back to Hookie, and he's going to take a three. Comes up short. Walker with the rebound. Back to Hookie. And Keaton DeVoe's going to take a three. Missed box out there by Trimble. Hookie attacks. Going to try again. Again on the miss. This time collected by Avery Hopper, and he gets fouled. And gets a technical. And Muscroft does not like that. Coach Muscroft sits down. Ben Hookie, and he's giving him an earful.
Coach Muscroft is very, very unimpressed because, I mean, it was a tech that wasn't necessary, right?
Completely unnecessary. I mean, he might have felt he got hit, and that's fine. But you leave it to your coach to talk to the referee in that situation. The referees are not going to take a lot in that situation. There's a lot of, but it's a pretty physical game, and I think it's been called.
Yeah.
Other than the 1-1, we got on them for one, but they've evened them out.
Yeah, we're level now.
We're level now. Trites in the corner to Hopper. Collects. He goes baseline. Pull up. Nice pull up. Just can't kiss it off the glass. And Sonics are pushing in the action. George Walker off to the new man in the game for the Sussex Sonics. That's number 9, Kyle Whalen, and he gets tied up by Trites, and Trites is going to get a tee now for that reaction. And Ryan Johnson equally unimpressed with the tee going the other way. Points to his head. Says, sit down. And he's going to take a seat. So a couple of kids learning some lessons here in the second quarter from their coaches. And somebody's trying to accuse me of getting teased when I was I never got teased when I was a player. I was yes sir, no sir.
I mean,
no tease from me.
I mean, I have to back you up because we're together, but we'll talk about it later.
And no comments from Spencer Jeffrey about that, because I don't think Spencer's ever teed me up.
I don't know if I've seen Spencer tee up anybody.
Really? Yeah, you're right. Spencer's. It's probably the old man in him. He doesn't hear very well to hear what people are saying about him.
Well, I've always found that he's had
look at that cut.
Great attack, great play. I've always found that he's had a way of basically telling me to shut my lips without using those exact words.
Yep, absolutely.
And it happens in a nice way while he smiles. And so, like, you're 5 minutes later when you realize what he did to you, but it's over.
You say he's too smart for you?
I'm never going to give him that.
Trites, Hopper, or Dustin Berry, initiating the offense for Trimble. Misses the bank shot. Run down by Hopper. Berry looking to attack again, nothing there. How did that pass get through? But it did to Hopper. And
he was confident throwing
cashes in.
He was confident throwing it.
Baseline jumper from Hopper. He's been impressive early here for Trimble. Pulls him back to within 6. Definitely within shouting distance. Sussex back to the wheel. Musgrove patiently drives the baseline, collects. Man, he's got. I was talking about it with you before the game. He's got some explosiveness to him that's a little bit subtle. You don't really see it until he needs to pull it out. But he was throwing down dunks easy in the warm-up, and Hopper heating up here. He's had a good first half as Austin Hopper for Trimble. Oh, and look at that move baseline by George Walker, but he can't finish. And going back the other way is Lucas Tower. Smart pass. The 3 just rims out for Dustin Berry.
Sometimes it just doesn't fall. That's a great possession. Great shot.
It really was. Well-executed break for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whalen off to Walker, then Humphrey back to Walker, and he's going to drive. George Walker, pull up, left hand, doesn't go. Bounces around and collected by Harrison Trimble. Coming back the other way was Drew Hardy. Inside went Dustin Berry, and it was picked off. Musgrove coming the other way, smoothly moving through the lane. Finishes with his left hand.
If he gets that second step across half court and in open floor, you're too late. It's already done.
Yep. Hardy on the attack, hands off to Lucas Crossman. Grade 10 drives the lane, goes to finish with the left hand, comes up short, but he's going to the line for 2. 5:15 remaining, second quarter. Lucas Crossman going to the line, the grade 10 kid. And he grew, according to our notes here, he grew a foot since last year.
Huh.
Give him another foot.
Yeah.
See what happens to him.
Yeah.
He's got some skills.
Yes.
So his best attribute is attacking the rim, but we've also seen him shoot the ball pretty half decently well in these first 2 games, and he made a couple threes. but he's got a promising future, and Ryan Johnson's high on him. A missed left-handed layup there, followed up by Matthias Musgrove.
The utility star is what I'm going to call him now.
That's a good one. I like it. Miller's going to try to drive on Musgrove. Can't make it around him. Musgrove, those long arms, and Miller just fires it up top, and it makes it there. Hopper on the step and sets up his guy for
Great
a lay-in.
possession. Yes, well played.
Man, that was a nice pass. And Barry setting up his man. Oh, look at that wheel run to perfection there, but does not go for Musgrove. And Barry again on the attack. Almost knocked away, but he maintains possession. Ooh, almost got his pocket picked, and he and Humphrey dive on the floor. And that won't be the last time that those two meet up tonight.
See what I mean about utility player? Like,
Yeah.
Musgrove he played defense down here. He's rebounding down here. He's picking up players on both teams off the floor. Like,
Give him the mop to wipe
Yeah.
up the sweat.
Yeah.
He'll do that too.
everything.
Yep. Lucas Tower going to bring in the ball for the Sonics against Kyle Whalen. Way too high over there for Dustin Barry, out of bounds. Turnover for Trimble. And you got to hate those turnovers on out of bounds passes. Good news is it's a dead ball turnover. Live ball ones are a little bit more deadly against Sussex, as we've seen in this game so far. And look at Barry out there trying to deny. Good pressure from Trimble, sped Sussex up a little bit there. So Brody Black fumbled out of bounds.
This is a long, strong group for Sussex out there right now.
Really is.
Like a big group out there.
Barry with a good look inside. Hopper kicks it to Tower, who just misses long on the jumper. Musgrove up to Walker. George Walker loses out of bounds, and it's going back to Harrison Trimble. Mark Musgrove a little bit frustrated
I really want him to take his mask off.
with his team's performance. Yeah, right?
The animation tonight is phenomenal.
Yep.
I need the mask off.
Tower with a nice drive and kick. Sets up his man, Hopper for three, but long. Miller with a good rebound, a good effort there. Just got tipped off the bottom of the backboard to Kyle Whalen, and Musgrove is going to pull up for three. Comes up short. Good box out there by Dustin Barry, and it's going back to Harrison Trimble. 29-23, 3:38 left in this first half. Another entertaining matchup on the boys' side. We've loved watching these two teams play this hard in this first half. And a turnover by Trites almost, but he collects it back. Crossman not able to get up a shot. He was wide open there for a second. Miller drops a pass down to Crossman, who collects. A little bit messy, so Barry clean things up on the drive. Looks for his man backdoor, just not quite let enough.
Yeah.
Again, the right idea and a nice move there
Yep.
by Crossman, just couldn't collect. Look at the patience of Musgrove. Man.
It's crazy how watching how he's picking apart this game.
And he looks like he's one of those guys that looks like he's moving way slower than he is.
Right.
Because he's so smooth in his movements, so
Yeah.
fluid, going right or left. Matthias Musgrove is a pleasure to watch, that's for sure. And Austin Trites going to the line for two here for Trimble to pull them a little closer. First one down.
Wow.
And last year he was the most improved player for the Trojans.
I'm just now noticing that Matthias Musgrove is grade 11.
Yeah, he's grade 11.
There's another year of
Yeah,
this.
another year.
Okay.
Hello. Okay then.
Well, all right.
Yeah, because he needs to improve his.
Yeah, didn't
I don't know.
I didn't know.
I don't know what he needs to improve,
but
but
all right, good stuff. All right, here we
Yep,
go.
Yep. So good luck, rest of the province next year. Dealing with our man Kyle. Oh, and finds himself wide open at the top of the key, and drains it. Is Kyle Whalen for three. Nice set shot from him. Got his feet set. Now Jamiller almost turns it over. Run down by Avery Hopper. Look inside for Miller. He can't control it. But not a good outlet pass for Sussex. Picked up by Trites. And he's going to try the runner. Rebounded by Brody Black for Sussex. And George Walker and his brother Aaron inside to Matthias Muscroft. Out of bounds. Stays with Sussex. Van Wart can try to come back in and play some more.
Sussex very quietly got this thing to 10 points.
Yeah, they did. And almost 12. Fumbled the ball there off that inbounds pass to George Walker, but he collected nicely. Van Wart fouled him. He's going to the line for 2. Yeah, you're right. It just kind of happened out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We're down to 4. Now here we are back up to 10. And now 12 for Walker. And we mentioned yesterday he's coming in off of a torn ACL. Missed all of last year, Walker. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but one Walker's in grade 10, the other one's in grade 11, and Muscroft's in grade 11. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So Sussex is
They're
going to be a problem for a little while.
They're going to be a problem these next couple of years. Look at that work inside. Oh, my goodness. Aaron Walker fighting everybody, the whole team for that ball to lay it in. Oh, nice pass inside there from Barry. Hopper missed, and Van Wart gets tied up, and it's going back to the Sussex Sonics to now try to extend a 14-point lead that swelled out of nowhere. And Walker on the wing, George Walker. Up top to Kyle Whalen, who's going to try another 3. 2 for 2 is Kyle Whalen.
I'm feeling good about it too.
Yes, he
yeah,
is.
Feeling good about it. I like that turnaround after it went in.
Yep. Coach Muscroft said they shot the ball a lot worse than they normally do in their first game against Moncton High, and you can see much more consistency. And look at that work defensively from Lucas Crossman, taking it on the numbers. Great instincts from him defensively.
And it's interesting because you can tell that like Walker has the attitude of okay,
yeah,
no problem,
right?
No problem.
Yeah.
Let me get back. We'll see how many of those you'll take. Right? We have a timeout.
Whoa!
Whew. That came
Gave
in hot.
Gave an old man a heart attack there.
That came in hot.
And they're laughing about it over there. Yeah, sorry, we almost hurt some people with our music selection. So they need some 180 over there on the for the timeouts, I think.
I mean, I kind of think we just need to decide if we're playing music or we're not.
That's a good point too. That's a good point too. So yeah, this Sussex team really showing out today. I mean, they've got 3 grade 12s, one of which being Brody Black, who they like to play through on the high post from time to time, or at least they did against the zone from Moncton High yesterday. But today he's been a little bit more quiet. But really the star power for the Sussex Sonics comes from their grade 10s and 11s. I mean,
yeah.
Look at how good this team's going to be.
And I think
going
too,
forward, Kyle Whalen, those 2 threes, he's another grade 10 player.
I think too, like something I'm noticing like about the Sussex team is, you know, it'll be somebody else working with Muscroft every night.
Yes.
Right? Because like it's a what does the team need type of thing with these guys, which is awesome to watch, right? Like
Whalen steps into another one. This one comes up short, and Muscroft will try, and it's pure from him.
Like
pushing
even
the lead to 20.
Even with that, like I'd say last night, I don't remember even saying Kyle Whalen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now tonight he's getting them up.
And he looks confident doing it.
Yeah.
So Trimble now trying to get something going here before the end of the quarter. Been a real quiet second quarter from the Trojans. And Sussex has really stepped it up, in particular. Matthias Muscroft just taking over. So smooth. Can finish with both hands from any angle and any distance on the floor. Nice move there from Trites, but a block shot from Muscroft. And I am not so sure about that. But Matthias Muscroft, as usual, just a panicked expression on his face. real upset about
Yeah.
it. Matthias Muscroft. You really get him off his game, can't
Yeah.
you? Expressionless.
Yeah.
He's expressionless. No matter what he does. I love that about him, too. And, yes, fans, we can get excited about good basketball on any team.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't care who it is. Even,
Absolutely. Oh, this kid is special.
Yes.
I mean, there's no way around that.
Yep. Two missed throws from Trimble, and 11.9 seconds left now. Sussex looking to even maybe double up this lead going to halftime. 10 seconds now left. I wonder if it's going to go through Muscroft. He wanted to oh, look at that. That was a well-designed play. Now Trimble has a shot at the buzzer, and it banks home.
Count it.
Woohoo, Dustin Berry.
You know what? I actually want to point out, too, great job by Trites on that possession.
Absolutely.
That was a very good patience, great decision.
The only bad thing we can say about the Sonics in that half maybe is that they lost a little focus after they scored, after they turned it over there late, and enabled Barry to get that shot off. Good push by Trites. So maybe that provides some energy to these Trojans because they got run over in that second quarter a little bit, spread the lead. But we know them from the other night. They're not gonna come out of the locker room in quit mode. They're going to make the Sussex Sonics beat them in the second half.
Yeah,
so.
they're definitely not done yet.
Nope. So thanks for joining us so far, Cats and Kittens. We'll be back to you in about 9.5 minutes for the second half. And welcome back, fans, to the second half of the second boys game of the third night of the Partridge in a Pear. I was going out of control there with the numbers, but thank you for joining us for the second half of the Harrison Trimble Sussex Sonics game to decide who goes to the crossovers.
I had no idea what was happening to you just now.
Nobody
As
knows. Nobody
as your
knows
friend
what's
who loves you,
happening
I was very worried.
Nobody knows what's happening to me.
Getting ready to come to your aid.
You can't put your finger on it. Nobody knows what's happening to me. So Trimble facing a big deficit, uphill climb if they're going to come back and force their way into the crossover games tomorrow. And that's a nice effort to start from Van Wart inside. Stepped out of bounds, though. Just bad luck. Good effort, though.
Yeah.
Man, he's toughing it out. He's obviously got a knee problem.
Yep.
He's had to sub himself out a couple times before, so good on him for toughing it out. Now they've come out in the zone as Harrison Trimble. Seeing if they can disrupt some rhythm here for Sussex, and it works like a charm. Dustin Barry, coast to coast, and he misses the right-handed layup. Oh, man, a heartbreaker a little bit there. And Walker, and another missed layup, this time George Walker. But kudos to Barry, hustled himself all the way back down, stuck his nose in, and it's him that gets fouled by Walker to go back the other way. A couple of easy missed bunnies to start off the second half. But what's the game plan you think for Ryan Johnson playing zone out of the half to try to disrupt Sussex?
Well, I mean, again, Sussex was getting a lot of their baskets off of movement and a lot of cuts coming down through the paint. So in your zone, if you play it big, you get your hands up, you can take away some of those passes that are coming right through the key like that.
And Walker lays it in off the break from Musgrove, sets him up after playing the tough defense at the other end, blocking the shot. So again, Matthias Musgrove showing off everything. Connor Humphrey. Walker. George looks at the three, doesn't take it. Humphrey. Back to Aaron Walker, into the corner to his brother, George. Lefty bounce, pull up. Bounce is free. And Aaron with the rebound. Turns it over, however. Back comes Harrison Trimble. Trites. Now Crossman. Cross court to Barry, into the corner. And a three for Trites. And did that bank in as well?
I told you that's intentional. That's his thing. That's his thing now.
Amazing.
I don't believe you can bank a three from the corner by accident.
That is from both corners. He's done it tonight.
That's it. I've decided that's what he does.
Muscroft answers back. All kinds of smooth. Looks easy for him, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Oh, goodness. And the attack there from Lucas Tower. Nice rebound from Ward off the miss. Tower all the way to the corner to Trites. He's going to try another one. Didn't bank it this time.
That's the problem.
Ward. Oh, max effort from Van Wart on the floor. Just doesn't come up with it. And lefty attack and the spin. Look at that. Just doesn't get it to go. Does Matthias Musgrove. He's going to go to the line for two.
Says quite a bit, too, about a player when he makes that move, has a guy hanging off of him, like physically hanging off of him, so he misses the layup. Of course. Gets upset that he missed the layup.
Yeah, you could really tell. You can tell he was upset?
He actually hit the pad that time.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he reacted.
Yeah. That's how I knew.
Oh, okay.
That's how I knew.
His expression didn't change, that's for sure.
No, I would have never.
So he expects greatness out of himself by the looks of things, does Matthias Musgrove, the way he plays. And he's been terrific through two games here for Sussex, and he just almost picks Trice's pocket. Able to collect and kick out for Tower. Drive baseline right. Oh, now you see me, now you don't, but he just left it short. Nice fake from Tower, just didn't make the shot. Pushed down. Ooh, Ward pushed him physically to the floor, but no call.
Coach Musgrove has a few questions.
Brody Black just kind of shrugged it off and smiled. Kudos to him. That was a full-on push to the floor.
The old, so that's what we're doing.
Okay. Little early to put the whistles away on a 22-point game. And Crossman, he's going to put the shot up. Follows his own shot, gets it back up and through for 2 for Lucas Crossman. Athletic move from him. Kudzai Hammond making his first appearance on the floor for the Trojans. Moyo Ayanfuya on the floor also for Harrison Trimble. Crossman going to go baseline, picks it up, nice pass. And Hammond is denied in the lane. Back comes Walker. And man, you love body control like that on a big guy.
Yep.
He takes one more dribble, he might get called for a charge. He sees it coming because it's heads up.
Makes the decision.
Solid stuff. Oh, good look there from Trites, just doesn't make it through. Barry barrels down the lane, finishes through contact. Dustin Barry playing tough again tonight. George Walker, Aaron in the corner, his brother, trying to dribble out of trouble. Up to Muscroft. Passes in there. Look at that fake. Well done, George Walker. He's so smooth as Muscroft. All those he's got all the stuff you need. He can go right or left. He can shoot the 3. He can take it inside, and even the subtle head and shoulder fakes. He's got everything. And he used the threat of a step back there to free up Walker, who is at the line shooting 2 and makes the first. Pushes the lead back to 20. 54-34, 5:41 remaining. Down it goes again. Crossman into Barry. And Barry drives left hand baseline. Coming up short. Zayfuya there, but on the break is Sussex. Walker well defended there again by Crossman. And then comes up with the board. Man, takes a lot of contact.
And creates a lot of space to get that layup.
Wow. They're letting them play tonight.
I mean, sometimes you just got to push somebody.
Yeah, and to the kids' credit, nobody's whining and complaining about these calls.
Yep.
We had a couple of tees in the first half. These players are taking the pushing and shoving.
But even that,
They're
I don't
going
think
back at
that
it.
I don't think that the technicals that we had earlier were about calls. It was, heat of the battle, something happened,
Yeah.
and you respond, right?
Definitely the Trimble one. Definitely the second one by Trice was definitely just a frustration.
Yeah.
Pound the ball against the floor. The other one I'm not sure about, but you're right. I don't think it's – these kids are largely just playing hard.
Well, the
Nice break there for Connor Humphrey.
The tech that we got on Hookie,
Hookie,
I saw the play. So what happened was he went up, he missed the layup, and he had something to say when he missed the layup. So yeah, much respect to the kids not taking that approach, right?
More contact there from Barry, and then kind of a little touch one there. So I don't know if I'm the kids, I'm a little bit confused.
Trying to figure it out, yeah.
A little confused right now as to the whistle, but
I mean, they could go with my automatic solution to said problem.
yeah,
Just shoot threes. You know what's going to happen.
just don't go inside where you're gonna risk getting hit.
It's pretty easy to figure. I didn't always have my health card with me, so I couldn't risk the hospital run.
I didn't have my health card with me. Yeah, that's the reason not to play hard. Absolutely. Oh, your teammates must love you.
Oh, I mean, come on, though, Dave. The play hard part, like 3-point line is 3-point line. I'm a beast.
You are a beast.
Right? I'll play great.
You are.
It's the.
And whenever I got hot in men's league, you were always there to support me. Dave, come get it. I'll pass you the ball.
Yeah, it's all yours, buddy.
Yep.
Do what you got to do.
Loved it.
Don't hurt yourself.
Lucas Crossman on the attack, but the charge taken right on the numbers by Keaton DeVoe. Nice work by him.
Some of those
defensively.
grade 12 decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Step in. You know where he's coming. He's only got a couple options in that situation.
And Keaton DeVoe is a guy that his coach says leads this team with his toughness, and you can see why. He's a disciplined defender, who moves his feet well. And you saw it there on that defensive possession. His feet got the best of him there. He stepped out of bounds. But a real grade 12 leader for Coach Muscroft is Keaton DeVoe. Lucas Crossman in the corner. Avery Hopper missed shot there from IFU and followed up by Miller, but back comes George Walker. Swung right in the corner there. Good offense from Sussex, keeping it moving, and there's DeVoe down the lane, turns it over almost, but back to Muscroft, misses off the back rim. George Walker crashes, it isn't there, and back the other way comes Avery Hopper, 1-on-4. He's gonna have to pull it back out, and it's tipped for him. Trites drives, tries to kiss it off the glass, and that's a tough finish. High off the window on the right-hand side. George Walker's gonna drive the lane left-handed. Cut off there by Ianfuya, and too much contact that time.
He was just a step late.
Moyo is one of the grade 11s on Trimble that Coach Johnson mentioned. Their big focus this year is getting some of these guys ready for next year.
Yep. Sometimes it's just about getting some reps and getting it together.
Enzo Romano makes his first appearance for the Trojans. Grade 12 kid. George Walker misses the second. Miller boxes out Kyle Whalen. It's going to go back the other way for the Trojans, down 64-38. 2:49 remaining. And Keaton DeVoe looking for his water bottle. Poor fella. Miller on the bounce.
We're in the season of COVID. You can't just grab one and go anymore.
You can't.
Find yours.
And Miller, apparently that one was on the floor. So he's gonna be out of bounds for the Trojans, and it's a timeout. So fans will remind you just one more time tonight, go to Jacinthe LeBlanc Sports Photography. Her and Matthew Chasson are going to be doing good work this week on behalf of your players. So make sure you know about them. They're going to be photographing all of the games for both the men's and ladies and posting them online for viewing and purchase. So go down to the men's or ladies' websites, or Jacinthe LeBlanc's website for that matter. You know where the Google machine works. And locate the sponsors listing on either the girls or the guys' DNA Swag Hoop Classic websites, and click on their logo, Jacinthe LeBlanc Sports Photography, and be directed to the game photos along with instructions on how to purchase. Photos are $20 each, or all photos taken of one player for the entire tournament for $40. If game photos haven't been posted, be patient and check back later, as our photographer is shooting back-to-back games, as well as editing and uploading when she is able. And
that was impressive. Brother, go ahead and breathe.
Listen, man, I'm all about the ad reads.
Go ahead and breathe.
You know
that was well done.
Listen, you know how much I get paid for this, right? I got to do it right, or else I don't get my money. We laugh. Yeah. Crossman going hard to the rim. That looked like it was. And that was well done. That was, even when they got it right, they didn't quite communicate. Am I right? Yes, white ball. Oh, we're having a good time here for the top row of the bleachers tonight. George Walker sets up Slade Kogan, misses a shot. And Ianfuya with a quick step
Great
to the
move.
lane. Look at that. Impressive from Moyo.
Move. Had decided he was going all the way.
He did, but sometimes that athleticism just takes over, and he's got some. What a move. They're going to be working on his basketball IQ because he's pretty new to the sport. But when you got some athletic baseline like him, that's a good place to start.
Absolutely.
And when you got a game like Matthias Muscroft's, that's a good place to finish. And Sussex is going to the crossovers, thanks largely to his play. Fia is going to drive again to the hoop and finishes again. 2 for 2 in the quarter for Moyo. Well done. Muscroft to George Walker. Hookie back on the floor for the Sonics. He's going to drive, gets cut off, takes a little bit of a hit there, but no call. And Trites in the offense skips to Miller. He's going to try a 3. He can stroke it from out there, but off the back rim, back the other way for the Sonics, and Walker's going to pull up. Really good decision there.
Yeah, and you've been pointing it out, like the decisions they're making when they're attacking the hoop in the open court to avoid giving a charge.
Really good stuff there, because it would have been tempting to try to hit his teammate ahead.
Yeah.
The pass it was awkward.
Yeah.
Hands in the way wasn't there. His man was retreating. A lot of times kids will just, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And it ends in a charge or a
yeah.
missed shot. And he just smooth. He's giving me this 6-foot pull-up. I'm going to take it.
I'll take it, yep.
Trites ignores the horn trying to get to him from the bench.
Knocks it down anyway.
Yeah, no hesitation. 2 for 2 for Trites.
We're talking about a corner 3 bank shot shooter here.
Nothing's going to get to him, right?
You're going to respect him.
And 50 seconds left in the third quarter here. George Walker gets it back from Keaton DeVoe, and he's going to bring the ball smoothly up the floor. Does Walker. Ben Hookie. Talk to Slade Kogan on the wing. And there goes Keaton DeVoe. This shot there, rebounded by Lucas Crossman. Moves it to the corner to Enzo. Romana over. Ooh, just a little bit of a careless pass there from Trites, and Tower was not able to collect. 24-point game, 23 seconds left. Third quarter. George Walker. Over to Hookie. Here comes the wheel. Kogan. Over to Walker. Back to DeVoe. Kogan again. Waiting for Walker patiently. Not there. Up top. They were patient and got a wide open 3 out of it. In and out for Hookie, but they're trying for the rebound, but the clock goes. And
Well,
Sussex.
At this point, Coach Muscroft is trying to get people into the game, so you're going to get a healthy serving of that wheel for the next 10 minutes.
You really are.
You're just going to get a lot of that.
Yep. But the options that they get, I mean, we make fun of the wheel. It's been run, but there's a reason.
Yeah.
Every team's been running it since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And listen, it's about team cohesion too. And when you got a team of guys being coached by the same person, same group, coming up running the same stuff, they're gonna know it like the back of their hand.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
so
it's normal. It's what they do.
It is.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was Coach Dave Wheaton and the RHS Royals running the flex back in the mid-'90s.
The whole flex offense.
The whole flex, and it worked well for us, so I shouldn't make fun, but I'm still gonna, because it's the wheel, and it's Sussex. And I both love and hate you people down there because you are so tough to play against, but we always have fun.
My name is Tia Bailey, and I do not endorse this message.
You know what I mean by hate. You know what I mean, and I hope the Sussex people know that's not a literal hate. That is a rivalry hate, and
we're having a good time.
We are having a good time. So Sussex, you guys are and listen, you know why we're on the subject of Sussex? Let's shout out the Dairytown. We miss the Dairytown, and we hope that, and we look forward to the Dairytown next year. The Dairytown had to cancel again the second straight year. I know they didn't want to. Their cancellation was really what spurred us to not cancel this year. We were like, gosh, no Dairytown, no us again.
We got to give them something.
We got to give them something. So we're really happy to put this tournament on. That's one of the reasons, because we love the Dairytown. I know the Dairytown, those guys down there are sad they couldn't have this tournament for the second straight year. They do an unbelievable job running that show down there in Sussex. So we can't wait till we can travel down to Sussex and watch those games again next year. And we hope, and I'm already looking forward to this Sussex team being back here next year. I hope we see the Sussex Sonics
Yes,
at the Hoop
absolutely.
Classic next year.
Absolutely.
Hookie in the corner. Double team comes from Trimble, and they force a turnover. And Lucas Tower back the other way. Gonna lay it in for 2. 22-point game now. 9:41 clock running. And a couple of careless turnovers here for Sussex to start the 4th. And Coach Musgrove looking at his leader, Keaton DeVoe. Going, hey, you're my leader, man. That was and it was. That was just a lazy kind of careless pass. It's obviously not typical of Mr. DeVoe. And a nice cut there.
Good defense to take it away as well.
Didn't go, yeah. And smacked away there by Barry. And Trimble looking to extend their defense a little bit, try to create some turnovers, but Sussex picks them apart, and it's Aaron Walker dropping off to DeVoe for a lay-in. So the strategy's clear for Trimble. Try to speed them up, create some turnovers, see if you can make them nervous here in the early minutes of the 4th. Sussex handling their business so far. And not a kiss from the corner this time from Trites.
That was accidental.
Nails it. Oh, you're convinced it's accidental, are you?
Yep. Yep.
George Walker on the skip to Hookie, collects it. Into Aaron Walker. And then almost another turnover, but he's able to collect. Gets it out to Connor Humphrey. And he's been silent tonight as Connor Humphrey, but that's a loud 3 for them.
A good, quick answer.
Very quick, because that was a run coming from Trimble. Trites to Miller, and he's got a wide open 3. Follows his own shot. Nice little dump off there. But from behind, Crossman is rejected by Keaton DeVoe with a nice defensive play. Crossman felt he had an easy lay in there. DeVoe's going to pop the 3, and it's long and collected by Lucas Tower. And he crosses over Walker, gets it to Miller in the corner, who's going to attack baseline. Not there. Crossman collects. He's kind of stuck, but he forces up a lefty lay-in attempt that's denied at the rim. Walker behind the back to his brother. Up and in for Aaron Walker.
They've done this before.
Once or twice, I would suspect. Walker to Walker. And Aaron, called by his coach the heart and soul of the team, really maximizes his potential. And his brother in a grade 10, George Walker, and up and coming, and his coach calls him a dominant high school player potentially, and
wow,
we've seen nothing to dissuade us
right,
of that notion.
Right. I have no reason to believe otherwise.
Nope. He's going to be a handful. He already is a handful in grade 10. And Trites really hustling down there, sticking his nose in. And timeout White. Trimble having a pretty good start to this 4th quarter. But Sussex a little sloppy in the first few possessions, but much better execution these last couple. And Harrison Trimble, at this point, I would imagine we'd see everybody here in the 4th quarter for them, trying to gain their guys a little experience. Absolutely. Most of what they're looking for is to build to next year with this team. They've got some pieces for a senior season next year for Dustin Berry, for instance, in grade 11. Lucas Tower, grade 10. Moyo Ayafiu, we've discussed a few times in grade 11. So some guys to build on. Drew Hardy in grade 10, and of course Lucas Crossman, who's having a real good game here for his team tonight. And out comes Dustin Berry leading his team on the floor. Joined by Kudzai Hammond, back off the bench for Trimble. The highest academic average on the Trojans, Mr. Hammond. Spot of pride for his coach. Hookie over to George Walker. Looking for his brother, it's not there. Well met by Connor Humphrey. That pass is picked off by Hammond. And almost a back over there, not quite. Trites collected and gets his shot blocked by Keaton DeVoe. And out of bounds off of Trites.
Again, we're getting into character time, right?
It is, yeah.
For
absolutely.
both teams.
Oh, you can't question his, can you?
Absolutely
Dustin Berry.
not.
He's gonna go in the
Absolutely not.
two.
He's coming for you no matter what the score is.
No matter what. And another timeout for Sussex, and I think Coach Musgroff's a little bit frustrated with maybe the focus of his team. You got a young team, up big, fourth quarter. You know, this is coaching time. You go, listen, if this was the fourth quarter of a close game, you got to play the same way, whether you're down 20, up 20, close game. It's tough. It's mentally tough for kids to hear that message and do it, but you got to try to drive it into them because it's habits.
Yeah.
And you got to repeat things, and they are. He doesn't want this to be a slow fourth quarter start. Doesn't want to be a habit for anybody.
And Coach Musgroff teaches his players. He's a teacher with his players, right? And so all of these are teachable moments, and so he's going to take the moment and teach the kids whatever it is that he's trying to get across to them tonight.
And being with them for 5, 6 years, whatever this group, you know he knows which buttons to push with them at this point as well.
Yeah.
The advantage of having these guys up through all the age groups. So now they're having a little chat here, the Walker brothers.
I can see he's had enough of Trimble trying to make this comeback, and went back with some of the tough guys.
He did. And his son Matthias will lead the show here out of the timeout. Over to Hookie. Looks the baseline, cut off nicely there by Avery Hopper. Walker up short with the three. Trimble's gonna run. Tower. That was not gonna get there. That was too tough a pass. Smart move there by Musgroff. Little late on that pass inside to Walker. So Walker, George, Aaron's gonna take it out of bounds. Nice fake there. Hookie comes around the end and gets nailed.
And yeah, you're gonna see Sussex just run through their stuff now.
Yeah,
like
and you see how technically sound they are, fundamental. That is a subtle move that kids just don't think about all the time. That shot fake, he knows where that shot is going to come from. Shot, ball fake the other side, made it even more wide open.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just smart stuff all the way around from a fundamentally sound team. For being so young, it's all the more impressive. Hookie misses, but Musgroff bats it to the corner and runs it down. Back to Musgroff, he's got a wide open three, doesn't take it. Back to Hookie, and he's gonna go inside and gonna take 2 more shots. You can't speed up Musgroff.
Nope. And he's a much better decision maker than I am, because I would have had that one in the air and no. Actually, so would you have had that one in the air.
That was gone, my friend. That was a shot. He is far more unselfish than either of these commentators.
Yeah, I mean, I was never trying to win any assist records.
I'm sure you've set assist records, just not the good ones.
Right. Yes.
Fewest per 48 minutes, David? Is that a record?
It is now. Put my name on the trophy.
And Hammond was, I don't know if you noticed how high that guy got up for that rebound, Mr. Hammond, but he's got he might not have been playing basketball very long, but he's athletic.
Yeah.
My goodness. Walker, Aaron digs it out. Up to Hookie. Over to Musgroff. George Walker. Aaron, wide open three. Doesn't go down, chases down the rebound and commits a foul. Knows it. But good minutes here from, again, Kudzai Hammond want to point him out. He got way above the rim for that rebound down there, and he's moving with a purpose at this end. You can tell he's taking what the coaches are telling him and trying to put it into action.
Absolutely. Well, sometimes as a player too, you wanna take advantage of the opportunities you get, right? And right now he has an opportunity to get himself some minutes into the rotation by taking advantage of, okay, okay, the score is pretty wide, but I can show coach that I can go.
Yeah.
And
look at him clearing out that space in there for Van Wart. Nicely run play. Tipped it to the corner, too. Kept it alive. Good job there inside by both Van Wart and Hammond. Moyo into the corner. And, just a tough pass there from Hopper. Didn't make it to its destination. And John Van Wart, we've talked a little bit about him tonight. He's going to sub out. He's had that knee injury. He's lacking some explosiveness in the paint right now, you can tell. He's the son of the assistant coach for the Trojans, Steve. And a nice steal there from Lucas Crossman. And I can see the committee.
We're being hovered over.
Chip has joined us over here, hovering over us. That's how we know it's player of the game time. Look at that ball fake, but a nice rejection there by Hookie inside on Avery Hopper. So it's come to that time of game, fans, where we have to start discussing players of the game. So you'll hear us banter back and forth over the next couple minutes, figuring that out. It's going to be tough in this game too.
I mean, as far as Sussex goes, take a walker and you can pick which one.
Yeah, because it could easily go to Matthias Musgrove. We gave it to him yesterday. He deserves it again. But we like moving it around, especially when there's lots of good options to choose from.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the Walker house deserves one.
Yeah. I'm going to go with George. He's definitely shown out a little bit more tonight than his brother. I think George Walker's the clear choice for Sussex. And for Harrison Trimble,
if you're asking me, I'm sitting with Trites right now.
You're sitting with Trites?
Yep.
Yeah, he'd be my only other argument might be Lucas Crossman, who was really good in the first half. He's missed a lot of shots in the second half, but he's taken the right ones, and it's an effort. No lack of effort from his part, but yeah, Trites.
Yeah, so
few big threes.
You took the opportunity to disagree with me. Now let's move on and give Trites his player of the game. You didn't give it to me easily. Let's just get on with it.
Is it possible that I might not agree with you?
No. Here's the thing. Because you didn't flat out disagree with me, I know that you do agree with me. You just don't want to give it to me. And so, yeah, that's fine.
I honestly don't know if I agree with you. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do. I'm going to pout. I'm going to pout for the remainder of this game. Last 4 minutes, be me pouting.
Hey, Chip, Austin Trites.
Walker with a missed three. Run down, though, by Hookie. Turnover, though, to Tower. And he's going to look to take it
nice
in.
Move.
Nice Euro step by him.
Nice
Look at that move.
Very impressive.
Nice stuff from him. Actually, I want him to have player of the game now.
I know you do.
No, but Tower has done some good things tonight. There's been a lot of contributions from some of these Trojans, and Tower's had a few good moments. But yeah, I'm gonna defer to my man tonight, and we'll go Austin Trites for the Harrison Trimble Trojans, and George Walker for the Sussex Sonics. Enzo a little bit long. Romana from the corner there on his jumper. And George Walker's we're gonna run the wheel. Here are the Sonics here.
What are they gonna do?
Run the wheel. Slade Kogan got fouled there. And black ball on the wing. And we should mention, too, Keaton DeVoe had a very good game tonight for Sussex.
Absolutely.
Did some good stuff.
Yep.
So he was on my long list for player of the game as well.
Too late, man. Chip's gone.
And Hookie there.
You now have to live
Not
with the
connect.
fact that you let me pick.
Yep, I know. It's the worst. And Romana goes baseline. Tries to hit his teammate, Drew Hardy. Kicked out of bounds. Romana will inbound. Ryan Fury gets fouled there by Slade Cogan, who has my favorite name on the Sussex Sonics.
That is a tough name.
That is a good name.
Yeah.
That's the name of a private investigator
Yep.
on a cop show.
Absolutely.
Slade Cogan, PI.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm gonna write that show. I'll give Slade some residuals. Don't worry. I'm creating that show though.
I like it. Cogan. Slade Cogan.
Slade Cogan. Connor Humphrey has had enough of our foolishness, and Keaton DeVoe misses a bank shot. Rebounded there by Drew Hardy. He pushed, nice push. Hammond not able to collect inside, but gets on the floor after it. Good look in there by Hardy. Just didn't connect. Good effort. And one thing you can say about the Sonics, they got to play everybody because that's not a huge bench over there.
Not a deep roster.
Yep. I would suspect that's because with so many grades of 10s and 11s up here, I'd suspect if they had any more, they'd probably be penalizing the JV team. That's just a guess, but
yeah, they're only listing 10 players even in this tournament.
Yeah. So somebody's out hurt probably or missing, and makes it tough with only 10 guys. But Hammond loses the ball as he tries to make his way to the hoop. Whalen up to DeVoe, George Walker, Connor Humphrey, Slade Cogan in the corner. And wide open is Keaton DeVoe for three, and he knocks it down. Can't leave him that much time, just like most of these Sonics, I don't think. They're going to beat you from the three-point line. Crossman, and there's an attack. Nice attack from Drew Hardy. He's giving him some good stuff here at the end of the game. The grade 10. Like that. Just show and go.
Ethan LeClaire going to check in for the Trojans.
His first minutes. And Coach Johnson having a discussion with Hammond there at the end of the bench. Did some good stuff when he was in there. Turned it over a couple times, probably having a little chat about that. Some stuff to work on next practice, but Connor Humphrey, the other end of the floor. Back to Keaton DeVoe. George Walker. Slade Cogan, PI. Puts it on the ground. It's Connor Humphrey.
That's a great name, man. Like, I can't get past it now.
I've been thinking about it all game. I just wanted to wait till the end for my foolish take on it. And steps there from Oyanfuya. But a good push there by LeClaire. The hop step into the lane. Got some quickness out of him, too. And Humphrey into the corner. Tough pass there, but caught, and a nice cut from George Walker, and he finishes with the left hand. And Hardy up to Crossman. Crossover into the lane. Good defense there, though. And rebounded by Kyle Whalen. And Walker all the way in and lays it in again for two more.
You can hear both coaches kind of encouraging their guys to play through.
Yep.
Forget the score.
Yeah.
We both have to play at some point tomorrow. Let's figure it out.
Yes. Yeah. Use these possessions. Tough catch there tough pass there into the corner from Hardy. Yeah, and there a little bit of communication about making that pass a little bit easier to make next time. A nice cut there by Humphrey. Kicks it back out. Walker's going to attack. Leave it for Cogan. And George Walker with the lefty shot comes up short. Rebounded there by Romana. He brings it up the floor. Kick ahead. Ethan LeClaire is going to attack. Oh, too many steps, but you can see some of these guys that haven't played a lot for Harrison Trimble and are new to the game. They've got some explosiveness, some athleticism, something to them that I know Ryan Johnson, that's why he talks about I'm excited to work with them because he thinks he can turn them into something for in the next year or two, especially the attitude they have. He talks a lot about how great the kids are and how easy they are to work with, and they soak up what he's saying.
Right.
But with They got some nice athletes here.
And they're getting the information from a great player, or like a
They
great
are,
player
too.
himself. Ryan Johnston's no slouch.
Yeah, he's been all right once or twice.
I see what you're doing. Not gonna happen with me.
So Sussex makes their way in to the crossovers at the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic with a big victory here, 84-56 over the Harrison Trimble Trojans. And Sussex, I think, is going to be, you can't discount them tomorrow in the crossovers.
Nope.
This young team, I'm looking forward to those 2 games tomorrow. I don't know about you, my friend.
I'm excited. Yep.
And we'll stay with you fans here for the presentations of the players of the game. And I feel like I could use my golf voice now. Still not sure about this one, but I'm going to let you have it.
Too late.
And he was good, so I'm going to let it pass.
I'm owning it now.
Because he was good.
It's mine.
Banked in 2 threes from the corners. You can't. And Walker. So fans, thanks for joining us. We'll be back here first thing in the morning tomorrow. Can't believe I'm saying that. 10 in the morning. We'll be back here for the remainder of the girls' schedule before the crossovers begin at 2 p.m. So join us tomorrow, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'll be here all those games.
Basically all day. Come in all day.
Tune in and don't go anywhere. So thanks for joining us tonight, fans, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.